everybody, and welcome to Roll with Advantage. Very excited for Isles session today. We're back after a week intermission. Very excited to be here. Felicity is not here right up at the top. She will not be popping in halfway through. She's just got some other stuff that she needs to handle this weekend. So with that, let's go ahead and roll the intro and delve in.
I don't care. If I have to die, I am not spending another second under your control.
I don't believe that's you. I've met the teacher at the mausoleum.
You met a lie!
I don't want to watch the people I love die and do nothing.
You can't tell me what my spirit tells me isn't true.
I'm pretty good judge of character, so just keep that in mind.
I suppose that's right. And we are back. So let's go ahead and dive right in. As is tradition here on Roll with Advantage, it is not my responsibility to do the summary at the beginning of our session. It is the player's responsibility. So this week on summary is River. River, whenever you're ready, take it away.
Yeah, you'll bear with me. My voice is not good right now. So last session, the party prepares to leave the grounds of the Green Ladies tournament victorious, or at least Nalfion was. The party are visited before they leave by Blossom, who introduces them to her wife Eliza and son Theodore. The party is super happy to meet them, and after like a little bit of coaxing and warming up, Theodore like interacts with them and gives them this adorable drawing that he made, and says that they should come and visit, which is it's so cute. Nalfion says goodbye to all of the like knights there and does the whole chivalry thing, and then the party set out towards Dragon's Bay. First, they have to go through Highlands Pass, but before they leave, Twig presents the party with a series of pins that she had made with the words fate, hope, bravery, and companionship. They create a magical link between the Forerunners, letting them talk telepathically and help each other in battle. They're very cool, and now we're all matching. The party set out. Zevran leaves with Imriel for a bit, and they are greeted in Highlands Pass and hailed as heroes for their previous deeds. They stay in the keep and they have a large feast in their honor. It's all great. And whilst they're there, Imriel comes back, brings everyone back with him, and introduces the party to Mimir, who can help them solve this cool cipher that is going to help them defeat Malice. More talks are had whilst they are in whilst they're in Highland Pass. Including Lila getting Mimir's help jazzing up Zevran's spellbook, Yorick and Yuri talking about what they're going to do with the Nine Hells and working together on that, and Nalfion and Twig talk about the future, Lila offering to pray with Nalfion, and just like some little check-ins, because shit's getting a bit real, not gonna lie. The party travel to Dragon's Bay. Along the way, they encounter a creature in Isanalor that they had seen before, the Afi Afi, which vibe checks all of them. But we passed the vibe check, so it's okay. And then they make it to Dragon's Bay and find out that it is currently being governed by none other than Heather Scott, because he's the best man for the job, apparently. He welcomes all of us in, and we get to see the members of the Southern Star again. It's really nice to be able to catch up with all of them, catch up with like Simon and Alo and Miatso and all these people. And Heather Scott, thankfully, has a lot of great tactical knowledge about Hazard's Hollow after sending Leah in to have a little look around, and gives us some cool battle plans and strategies. So now the party are waiting in Hazard's Hollow to be met by the rest of the Knights of Iverion and Tarkir, who are going to help them storm, well, Hazard's Hollow and kill Morchella. Is that right? Vaguely?
Hopefully. But yes,
I
that is
think it
very
is.
right. You are correct. 100% factual summary. Thank you so much, River. Great job. So that is where we're going to go ahead and pick up. Our group of merry adventurers find themselves in the slightly dilapidated yet still decadent city of Dragon's Bay. They've been here for a short period of time after catching up with members of the Southern Star, but Nalfian had a little bit of a tummy ache, so he decided to, be a little quiet for that time. And now, Nalfian, Captain Heather Scott, he gave you some Tums. You're feeling a lot better, ready to tackle Dragon's Bay, and who knows, maybe even Hazran's Hollow. We'll just have to see when we get there. So that's where we're going to go ahead and dive in, starting right off the bat with Nalfian. Nalfian, as you enter Dragon's Bay, you are in the keep now. That is Lord Heather Scott's keep. Is there anything you wanted to do while in Dragon's Bay before heading out to Hazran's Hollow?
Yeah, he just wanted to talk to Miyazo first, if possible.
Yeah. So easy enough. You do have to leave the keep for that, as he has departed from there. Miyazo spends a lot of his time in the temple districts of
Oh, that's perfect. He has to do some shopping anyway.
Yeah, so you head out of the keep, you head to the temple districts. You remember these streets very well now, Fian, as you walk through, headed towards the temple district, because last time you were here, you and Grok
Oh, I
were
was racially
accosted
profiled,
for a
yes.
guard after you had,
Galston is walking down the street
after you had stole something.
with his little knightly attire on. Shut up, Joe. Knightly
After
attire.
committing a crime.
He did
He
commit.
looks very proud to be here. Not prideful, but just proud of himself.
Yeah.
Okay, but we'll see if a guard approaches him this time,
Yeah, so Nalfian, as you're walking to the temple districts, there is a guard that does stop you and says, "Excuse
Oh,
me,
Lord, okay.
sir. I hate to interrupt, but are you Sir Nalfian Forrester, the champion of the tourney of the Green Lady?"
That's funny. That's Caleb. Yes. That's me. Can I help you with
Yes,
something?
it's a great honor to meet you. I've only been stationed here for some time, but word travels fast, and I've always looked up to the knights of Iverion and Tarkir, and well, I'm very pleased that in the city that I serve, it is a city that belongs to the Forrester House. I think that you've represented them well, and I thought it was you. Drow knights wearing the heraldry of House Forrester is rare, and I thought it was you. So I just wanted to say congratulations, and it's an honor to meet you.
Oh, well, thank you. It's very kind of you to say that. And Nalf will shake his hand.
Mm-hmm. And then the guard will shake your hand as well, and he'll say, "Well, please enjoy the rest of your time in Dragon's Bay."
Thanks, I will. And just something you pass along to the rest of your guards is, never be too quick to judge someone, judge a book by its cover. Just something to keep in mind. Have a great day.
Of course, yes. I will spread the word. he's confused, but he will move on.
It's all right.
Okay.
Send the word out.
All
All right. Yeah, he's gonna go find me out. So
you head into the temple district. You can see a large temple dedicated to the 9 divines of the faiths of Eridane. By far the most common deities, those of Palor, the Raven Queen, Cord, those entities, those big deities. So you enter, and you can see a bunch of clerics and paladins, priests, and lots of people like that, praying to their gods, giving people counsel, trying their best to help. And you can see Miyazo is one of those individuals. You can see that the robes that they wear and the colors that they decorate themselves in are closer to that of Ayun, which is the god of knowledge and wisdom, and in some aspects divination as well. So the ability to see into the future and to see visions. And you can see that Miyatsu is currently speaking with an individual. And given how high their passive perception is because of their wisdom, you see they catch a glimpse of you out of the corner of their eyes and they sort of stop talking and then start again and then immediately kind of try and wrap up the conversation they're having. And they try and get up and move before you're able to get over towards them.
Wait, Miyatsu is? Or the other person they're talking to?
Miyatsu is.
Oh, okay. Well, Nelfie's gonna go over.
Yeah.
He's gonna say, "Oh, Miyatsu, do you have a moment?"
Ah, Sir Nalfian. Miyatsu had not seen you.
It's been quite some time.
Yes, it has. I want to... Miyatsu wants to stress there are no hard feelings.
No, Miyatsu.
The Lady Twig already apologized on your behalf, and everything is quite all right.
Does Nalfian believe him?
Yeah, make an insight check. Let's see. 18? Yeah, with an 18, Miyatsu is not one to hold a grudge. You can recognize that, but forgiveness doesn't look like what he's doing right now.
Yeah. Nalfian would just say, "Well, if you don't mind, as much as I appreciate Twig's words, I feel as though it is a responsibility of mine to apologize for my actions and my wrongdoing. I think it means a little bit more coming from the man who did the action. If you don't mind, whoever he's talking to, is that person still standing there?"
No, they've excused themselves at that point.
Okay. And Nalfian will step closer. And again, you don't have to accept this, and your words say one thing, but the look in your eyes say something different. I am genuinely sorry. When you first met me, I was very impatient, reckless, aggressive, impulsive. I was somebody very different, and I am very ashamed to say that you met me in that state of my life. And I pushed you to give me answers to things that were really only answers I could have and only I could give myself. I expected the impossible out of you, and that was wrong. And I treated you even worse for it. And it took a lot for me to realize I did that to a lot of people in my life, and you were someone who did not deserve that. And I do not expect forgiveness. I don't. But an apology from me, my words, is needed. And I am sorry. And it was important that I said that to you face to face.
You see him sigh and sort of look away and then look back to you and say,
Miyatsu knows what you say is the truth. Miyatsu can tell you mean it. And Miyatsu is very appreciative of the words you share. Miyatsu told a very similar thing to Lady Twig. It is why Miyatsu never wishes to share what he sees with those that he's close with. It never ends well. And it's very clear to Miyatsu that you never needed the premonitions in the first place.
You did not end up where you did because of Miyazo's visions, no. You ended up there because of you. So, Miyazo does accept your apology. But Miyazo also hopes that you understand that healing takes time.
I understand that. And I do not wish to take any more of your time than needed. If there is ever anything that I can do for you, please don't hesitate to reach out. And Nalfin will extend his hand again.
Yeah. And Miyazo will shake, and you see his eyes kind of glimmer and shine as he looks at you. A look that you're very familiar with when he had before in the past seen what was around you. And he waits for a moment to see if you recognize or say anything.
No, Nalfin won't even acknowledge it.
For what it is worth, Nalfian. What Miyazo sees. It is good. And he'll sort of let go
I
of the
appreciate
handshake
that.
and leave it at that.
Nalf will he'll nod and walk away and not push it any further.
Okay. Alrighty. Cool.
While he's out, he did just want to like pick up a few things.
Mhm.
Based off of the knowledge that Emerald gave, he is looking for some type of throwable explosive, if you will.
Like a
'Cause,
grenade.
Nalfin, not a ranged kind of guy. He broke his bow forever ago. So, figured.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a grenade, but whatever the equivalent is here. Like an oil pot or something.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that he's looking for.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check as you begin to search around the city, see if you can find what you're looking for. 13. It takes you a bit, but the market is busy. You are a person of considerable renown, so when you ask people, they don't give you quite the same runaround that they may be used to. They're helpful. They are direct to the point. Sometimes, however, they do linger a bit long as you go up to a group of guards trying to ask them where to go. They ask you specific questions about the tourney and keep you there for a little bit longer. So you're not as fast as you would like, but you do eventually get to a small outdoor tented alchemist stand. You can see there's maybe it's like a 6x6 square that has a bunch of different tents constructed, and there is one man sort of sitting at the forefront. You can see he's currently messing with a few bottles and vials, some alchemical ingredients as he's sort of burning them away, trying to create something. And as you approach, you see a very, very, very finely dressed man. Grayed hairs a bit, some of them singed at the ends, as not every experiment goes as according to plan. A couple of spectacles sort of clipped to his nose, and even though he's sort of like very finely tuning these things with his hands, you can see a pipe coming out of the side of his mouth that is currently burning, that he's smoking. As you see, this man
Very cool. Yeah, Nalfian will just approach and he'll say, "Excuse me, sir. I was hoping you can help me with a couple of things. I'm looking for, some type of explosives that are throwable." Nalfian smiles at that because he knows that sounds crazy, but
You see, he sort of grabs the pipe and takes it out, and he says, "What are you aiming to do with them?"
well, long story short, there's going
Not
Oh,
for me to
alright.
know. Not for me to know. You see him, he kind of taps the pipe on the table and sort of takes a couple more puffs from it. Says, "So, what are you thinking exactly? Bigger explosion, more contained, smaller?
just to deal damage to structures, to individuals? Well, what are you thinking?
Well, honestly, if it could be something a little bit more contained, that would be great. Not necessarily structures, though.
Oh, yeah, something I can do, for sure. Timetable?
Well, I think we're planning on leaving tomorrow, to be honest with you.
All right. Don't have anything on hand right now, but for tomorrow morning, I could have a few things for you. Couple of fire bombs, I can do that. More contained explosion, you said?
Correct. And could I maybe toss a couple things more at you? Nothing like looking at the different alchemicals that he has.
Sure, go for it.
Maybe something that poison resistant? A potion or two?
Oh, any types of resistances that can be come up with pretty quickly.
Nothing kind of like looks at him. Have you ever thought about like enchanting weapons before?
Enchanting weapons, no, won't touch those with my life. I can make things that can stick to weapons pretty easy, but I like to maintain a more grounded connection to alchemical components. I don't like to dabble in magic very much.
Do you know of anybody who could do such a thing, though?
Sure, but you're leaving tomorrow on a day turnaround? Listen, tell me what you want. I bet you I can do it.
All right. Nalfien's gonna put Whisper in front of him, looking for some type of effect that could, in a contained way, set my blade on fire.
I could do something.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah. Have to make a few small temporary modifications, not permanent. A few temporary modifications. I could do that. Or tomorrow morning as well.
Could this be something that I could keep the blade with me, though? Or do I need to give that to you for the night?
You could probably keep it. Just need to test it a little bit tomorrow, but other than that, should be fine.
Alright, so fire bombs, a little bit of the resistant, and something to coat the blade. What do you think that would run me?
Specifics is the key here. For the modification to your weapon, 150 gold. I'll need to make some modifications to a scabbard for the rapier in order for it to work. Potions of resistance, depending on how many you want, you're probably looking at about 300 gold apiece. And then from there, for these fire bombs you're talking about, a controlled explosion is a little bit harder to do. You wouldn't believe it's incredibly easy to make fire spread like crazy, to be completely volatile and all over the place, but a more controlled, that's difficult. Probably 150 gold per fire bomb.
Alright, hold on. Give Kayla a second to do some matheroonies here.
Yeah, so it is 300 per resistance pot. I spelled resistance wrong, don't worry about that. 150 for... Wow, okay. For...
Well, I figured we should get at least everybody one poison resistance. His words. And how much was those? You said?
I think I maybe said the fire bombs wrong earlier. It's 300 resistance potions, 150 for weapons, and then 250 for fire bombs.
That's a lot of money for those. Okay.
So obviously, he doesn't speak in D6s. But just so you know, for 250, you're getting what is a controlled explosion of a 5-foot cube. So what is like one, not even a 5-foot cube. It's just a 5-foot square where you throw it at one person, and if it hits, it deals the damage. And it is, where's the damage at here? It is 5d6 fire damage.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna add up real quick. plus 150. Thank you, Gemma. Okay, so I was just gonna do 1 poison resistance for everybody, so that's 6 of those, which would be 1,800.
Yep.
150 for the weapon, and then I was gonna get 4 of the fire bombs. Just because that's a nice even 1,000. So that would be 2,950 gold.
Okay.
Eat.
Yep.
It is done.
Thank you, Gemma.
All right. You know, and as he's kind of working as you know, we'll say that, you know, you go to Twig, you come back as you pay him, and he's kind of like, he sees you come
Yeah,
back
he
and
goes to
pays
Twig.
him. He's like, you know, and I might say I am doing this in quite the turnaround for you. Might be incentivized to work a little quicker. Should I have a bit of a tip?
Nalfian will tip with his own money, and he'll give him an extra 100 gold.
Aye, there you go. That's a good boy. Thank you very much. I'll have him by
no
sunrise
problem.
tomorrow. Ooh, probably should
All
smoke
right,
stop
thank
smoking
you.
this pipe,
I appreciate
though.
it.
And kind of taps the back of it, and spreads the ashes out right on the ground next to him. Sets the pipe down. All right, well, I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Nalfian will just nod.
Okay.
Okay, everyone, add 1 potion resistance to
Yep.
yep.
Yep, 1 potion of what'd you do? Poison, necrotic, acid.
I think poison. Just because we've been worried that, like, we were warned specifically about the spores, so.
So the spores would be the poisoned condition, but just transparency, you probably want to do acid damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Thank you. Appreciate
because
that. Then, all right, then we'll do acid.
mushrooms, oozes, those types of
Gotcha.
creatures, acid damage.
Cool.
Yeah. That's me looking out for you. Okay?
No, I appreciate that. Yeah.
I'm sorry. How
Um,
long does it last when you drink it?
1 minute? 1 hour.
Oh, better.
Yeah. It is
Um,
considerably better than 1 minute.
60 times better, to be
firebomb?
specific.
What would I look up?
The
Put it in
firebomb,
inventory.
yeah, I'll just have to send it to you.
Okay, that's fine.
So it is called an Inferno Sphere.
Oh, Nito.
So I will send this to you here real quick. Actually, I guess I could just post it in the chat because I don't know if Nalfian's keeping them all. If he's just gonna be like, he's gonna have them like strapped across a bandolier on his chest.
He was actually gonna give 2 to Yorick.
Ooh.
So Yorick would have 2, Nalfian would have 2.
Dito, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I'm just trying to think tactically, you know. Like, Yuri has fire range for days. You know. I don't think Twig's gonna be getting all up in there.
Sorry, I'm typing it in the chat right now.
Oh, you're good.
Okay, so just so that way it's all there. As a bonus action, you may throw the oh wait, shoot, sorry. That's not right. It shouldn't have a dexterity
I will
saving
not
throw.
copy that.
Oop. I just love how small the text is on 5d6 fire damage. The
Oh, love that guy that's just yelling.
Stop it!
Yeah, that'll always be the best one though, Ryan.
One hit detonation.
Never forget.
I will never forget that.
Whoop!
Aw.
Cube.
Low key though, excited for them to be there in the final fight.
Okay. All right. As a bonus action, you may throw the Inferno Sphere. Its attack is so it's just your strength or dex modifier plus a d20. On hit or detonation, the Inferno Sphere releases a fiery explosion in a 5-foot cube. So just in the area where they're hit. On a failed save, that still shouldn't be there. Just ignore that. It's just to hit. The creature takes 5d6 fire damage.
Cool. Appreciate that. Yeah, and then Alpha will just pick up whatever he's gonna give him to Dakota's blade in the morning. Give 2 of those to Yorick, and then other than that, now if you just really wanted to talk to Beyonce, I was gonna talk to Heather Scott, but I think he's pretty okay with that. So I think he would just kind of reacclimate himself with everybody, just check in, but that doesn't need to be role played out.
Okay.
So that's kind of it here. Beyonce was the most important.
Sorry, I'm typing out your weapon now and your message.
It's all good. Apologies. I just want to be very prepared for this.
Not fair. We're gonna kill a Forsaken this time.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Well, I mean, I feel like it's kind of like either we kill a Forsaken or the Forsaken kills us. So,
Well, I mean permanently kill the Forsaken, because like technically we killed Laura Khan, but like not really, you know.
Oh, like Layla and Yuri have Balefire
Balefire.
now, right?
Yeah.
as long as one of them can do it.
The oil. Okay. All right. So just to give you a heads up about it, I just sent it to you. The basic thing is as a bonus action, you can pretty much catch your weapon on fire. It'll deal an extra 1d6 fire damage. Okay.
Hey, whatever little bit helps.
How it works is he's constructed an entirely new scabbard that the inside is coated with what is it called? Flame brand oil. So
Oh, neat.
so when you draw the scabbard or when you draw the weapon, it coats it in the oil, and then at the hilt of the or at the tip of the blade there are these small like patches that were put on that were affixed, like alchemically affixed to the tip of the sword, that pretty much work as like a match. As soon as it hits the end of the scabbard, the sword catches on fire and you can swing at it, but then to extinguish the flame you just have to sheathe the sword back in the oil and it
That's pretty
extinguishes
dope.
because it's like smothered, there's no air. So yeah,
Cool.
the way you extinguish it is by putting away the weapon.
Okay, got it.
But it's just a bonus action to kind of click it open and draw it in that way, in order to get it to actually catch, because it like takes a little bit of dexterity. It's not as easy as simply drawing. the
yeah.
weapon. Yeah.
You know, people can't always light a match on the first try. I get it.
Exactly. So there might be one time where he's like starting a lawnmower and he's like, oh,
Oh,
nope.
wow.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty. There we go. So with that, sword in hand, potions of Resistiance. It's a cousin of Beyonce. So with all of those things, is there anybody else had to do in Dragon's Bane?
I mean, there's a small thing.
Okay.
It was kind of talked about last session, but Twig would be spending some time with Yorick, just kind of discussing that kind of address the troops thing. I don't think we need to roleplay that out too much because obviously the speech is probably going to happen this session anyways. So unless there's any important points Yorick would want to like shed, but I feel like he kind of shared those last sessions. So we good?
Yeah,
Cool.
just be yourself, you know, make sure you empathize, let them know that like you see them and stuff, you know, yeah, pretty much what he said last time.
Yeah. But at some point during that conversation, like at the end of it, I guess, she'll also just add, I also thought about those words for the bottom of your little statuette.
Oh, all right. Hit me.
I think you should put bend misfortune into good. Never will you break.
I'm gonna have to carve that really small, but it fits.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like Twigs is basically the same length, because I did look at it because I was like, man, this is too long.
Thanks, Twig.
Okay,
I think it suits.
cool. So, with that, eventually the evening comes and all of you head to sleep. There are no nightmares, no foreboding dreams at this time. And eventually, as the sun begins to rise, all of the soldiers begin to stir. Those from Iverion and the knights that Isabel gathered in Tarkir have all come to your aid, and they all prepare to ride to Hazran's Hollow. So, with that, last chance. Does anybody have anything they want to do this morning before leaving for Hazran's Hollow? And Twig, when did you want to address the soldiers?
Yeah, I feel like it would be before they enter into the lands, right? Because, like, the whole area is just cursed, not just Hazard's Hollow itself.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
So yeah,
We're-
I guess before everyone's mobilized, right?
We're also meeting up with other houses like down the road, right? Like not everyone who's going to Hazard's Hollow is here right now, or are they?
No, they are.
Aren't they? Yeah.
Oh, they are. My
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
no, we picked some up in Highlands Pass, but everyone should be here.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
No, you are good. You are good. Okie dokie. Alrighty. So, with that, all of you mount up. You exit the city of Dragon's Bay. You say goodbye to the members of the Southern Star. And you prepare yourselves to head out to Hazran's Hollow and to these cursed lands. So, as we begin to march, you, or not begin to march, as all the soldiers are gathered and ready to go, you can tell that there is a bit of a fear that lingers over them, right? Ever since the words that were shared a while back by the College of Hearthcrest, they understand that there is a shadow. There is this entity that exists beyond that is very dangerous. And they understand that the land they're going into is corrupted and cursed. And there is a little bit of fear running through them. They're unsure what's going to happen. So, Twig, as you wanted to address them as they were all gathered before entering the lands, did you want to wait until you were right on the border of Hazran's Hollow, or of the lands of the Foresters, or as everybody's outside of Dragon's Bay?
I think when they're outside of like the lands themselves.
Okay. Alrighty. So, everyone begins to march. The siege engines are ready. You begin to head in that direction. It's about a 4-hour ride until you begin to see the changing of color. The dull reds and yellows and oranges and greens of the natural world in Isanalor begins to shift into dull browns and grays, sickly greens, as the ground underneath your feet begins to give way and slosh this swampy corruption you're beginning to move into. So, Twig, behind you, or in front of you, is the world of Hazran's Hollow and the corruption that Morchella has spread. And back in the way you came is Isanalor and Dragon's Bay. So, set the stage. What do you want it to look like? How do you want to do it?
Yeah. So I imagine, have like a little like parapet, 'cause she's very small. So she needs extra height. And before she approaches it, she's just gonna bring out her Kingdoms and Castles deck, and right on the top of it is Alex's card facing up. Just gonna look at it for a second. Because, you know, Alex a good leader. Alex a strong leader. And Alec is someone that she really looks up to. And so she's just gonna look at that card and she's gonna take it off the pile and just kind of hold it with her. And she'll get up onto the parapet and just kind of see just how many people are there and how many faces and eyes are kind of on her in this moment. And I think the party especially would be able to see that like every part of her is just wishing to flee and to back down, because she's very uncomfortable and unused to this kind of thing. But despite herself, she was just going to stay firm and is going to then just write that symbol that Nalfian had showed her before, putting that symbol of people into her palm, and then kind of gesturally swallowing it.
I never thought I would be here. Be able to be here. I don't think anyone would have. And so I want to thank you all. I could never feel more honored. And so I swear to you all that today, the days to come, none of it will be forgotten. I want to give my utmost gratitude to House Gunner, to the Bartholds, Seabanes, to House Hornwood, to the Greenfields and Blackwaters, to House Tariel, to the Stormheart and Sear Cliffs, and to House Vanguard. The Forester lands have been corrupted for too long. And so let this now be an end to it. Let this be a mark of changed fate. One that I hope will only be the first of many. Not just for the Forester house, for my house, but for all of Iverion and beyond. Few people have been able to set foot in that land since its fell. The land, it hurts. It's lost most of what it's had. And it's difficult to say that it will ever be what it may have been before. It's been separated. Hazan's Hollow, hidden by that darkness. It's been a land unknown to light and to hope. And all those things may be true, but it is not worth giving up on. It may be lost, but it can still be good. Still be strong. Still be something that no one expected it could be. And so I cannot say for certain what we will face. Only that I will not turn from it. I will not give up on it. I can feel its pain, its unease. I suppose I can't help but feel connected to it. And so all I ask is that you will stand by me, to also not give up on it. I think that the events of the recent Green Lady tournament has been only a testament to the strength and unity that we have. It's something I know too well from my friends, from all we've seen in our travels too. And it is something that I truly believe in. The Forester land can be saved, recovered, rebuilt. And I have no doubt in the strength of the people here in assuring that. And it's scary. I don't think there's any point in denying it. And I doubt that it will be a victory that's easily won. But I also think that there's a big difference between scary and impossible. And may the coming days prove that. And may fate favor us all.
and that's where she'll end it. And just kind of
Yeah.
she'll stare back at the party, just looking for that reassurance immediately.
Oh, Navian is like, he will start the clapping if nobody else does. I mean, he has like that single
Yeah,
tear,
yeah.
and he's just grinning, and he'll just start fucking clapping.
Yeah. And you can see all of the soldiers that are here, they follow suit. It's not a massive fighting force. It is several thousand, but it is enough to do this. And you can see that all of them, they hear you and they believe you. No charisma check or persuasion check needed.
Good.
I know. So they are all, regardless of what they may see, ready to head in the lands of Hazran's Hollow. And with that, Twig, you dismount from the small, ruinous platform that you were standing on before. You remount your horse, and all of you turn to face Hazran's Hollow. Yes, Yorick.
I know this isn't how the ability works, but just to avoid the awkward like role-playing aspect of it, can Yorick use his inspiring leader feature through Twig's speech to give some temp HP to
That checks
the
out.
5 members of the party, the 2 people that Twig hired on? I cannot remember their names. I know there was 3, but 1 left, so Gideon's not with us, right? He went somewhere else?
Correct.
Or am I mistaken? Okay. Those 2, and then, I don't know, 3 other guys that Yorick thought were cool. Just help them survive.
Okay, sounds good. So yeah, you do Sir Emmerich. You do
Oh, and the girl who gathered all the forces.
yeah,
I don't remember her
Isabel
name, sorry.
and Zevran's
Isabel.
brother. Yeah. Okay.
There we go. Those guys. Enjoy your 15 temp HP, everyone.
There we go.
Yeah.
Woo. Okay. So, with that, we dive.
You said it was 10? I'm sorry, I'm dumb.
15.
15.
Oh, thank you.
Flashback to when Felicity was like, "Did you say 13 or 14?" I said 12.
Righty. So, with that, we begin our approach into Hazran's Hollow. As you begin to pass the boundaries of what was once the verdant domain of House Forrester, there is this incredible sense of dread that begins to wash over all of you. Gone are the towering oaks and whispering breezes that once symbolized the powers of House Forrester. Instead, you are met with this twisted and grotesque panorama. To your left and to your right, a small but determined army marches with you. The banners of House Gunner fluttering proudly with Bartold and Seabane insignias. They're bolstered by fierce knights and foot soldiers beneath them. House Tariel's troops identified by the emblems of House Stormheart and Sierracliff, they maintain a disciplined formation. To your right are the steadfast warriors of House Hornwood. They move in tandem with the banners of House Greenfield and Blackwater. Bringing up the rear, House Downguard's bannermen, the knights collected by your loyal steward, Twig, Isabel Harwood, and their soldiers show their unwavering support. The ground beneath your combined forces' feet and hooves has turned from solid earth to a sucking, mucky swamp. It clings greedily to every single step you take. Overhead, there are a canopy of sickly trees that blot out the sun. Their trunks are swollen and misshapen, and their leaves are diseased hues of yellow and brown. From their gnarled branches hang clusters of strange, luminescent fungi. And they pulse slowly. They cast this eerie glow of decay of the surrounding area. As you press onward, the remnants of broken towns begin to emerge from the fog, a chilling testament to this Forsaken's devastation. Buildings once filled with life and laughter are now dilapidated and sinking slowly into the swamp. But what truly chills your bones, humanoid figures, trapped in their final moments of terror, are now these grotesque statues covered in aggressive fungal growths. These figures stand as grim sentinels, forever frozen in fear, their screams silent yet ever present. The very air beneath you feels sick. It is this tainted stench of rot and decay. Every breath brings with it the spores that tickle the back of your throat. This constant reminder of the insidious nature of the land around you. And the sounds of Osron's Hollow are no less unsettling. The distant moans of the wind, the creaking of ancient trees, and the soft, insistent whispers of all the fungus. It merges into the symphony of despair. As you, all of you, accompanied by your combined forces, these proud houses ride deeper into this forsaken land, you cannot help but be reminded of the power and malice of the entity that corrupts it. As of right now, this is no longer the lands of the Forester. This is a realm of nightmares. And you have brought all of these soldiers here, all of these people. You have crossed into Morcella's threshold. So, as all of you descend deeper into Hazran's Hollow, ahead you can see this vast horde of cordyceps-infected creatures. A sea of staggering and shambling hordes awaits. Their grotesque forms sway erratically, emanating these soft, horrifying sounds. A mix of the chittering of fungi and the mournful moans of the once living. The corrupted denizens of this forsaken land seem to be everywhere, blocking your path forward. You can see that as all of you grip onto your reins tighter, Emmerich to one side of the party and Isabel to the other, Emmerich looks to the party and says, "We have enough forces. We can charge through. I don't know if we'll have another way around, but it will be a fight to get through." And Isabel says, "If the rest of this land is corrupted like that, then I think we might need to make a small change to the strategy. I think what might be best is if we all cut through. We try and kill as many of these things as possible. If those siege engines get destroyed, we have no chance of distracting the city for long enough. Perhaps what would be best, we all charge. We pull them away, while all of you try and cut through as much as you can and move forward. And then when you get to the city, wait to enter until you hear the sound of siege beginning. I think this ensures our best chances."
I agree. But Nalfian looks at Twig. What do you think?
No, I think it's a good plan.
All right, you heard the lady.
All right.
Good plan. Keep communication as open as possible. If you have someone near you in each party who can cast sending, we want to make sure we know exactly where everyone is at all times if possible.
All right.
And if something goes wrong or there's something unexpected, we can let each other know.
Okay. We have mages from the college. If anything goes wrong, we will send a message.
And if Morcella is spotted, do not engage. Make sure we know first.
Understood.
Malkin will just nod at them if no one else has anything else to say.
Okay. Nobody else has anything. Emmerich will look to Nalfian and to Twig and say, either on your word, Knight Commander, or your word, Lady Forrester, we charge.
Twig will kind of nod at Nalfian to let him do the honors.
Alright, Nalfian will look back at them. Let's do it. Pretty smile. I would like to imagine like the little bling, the little teeth, the little sparkle. Yeah.
Beautiful.
And he's going to I'm not gonna shout in everyone's ears, but he's gonna like yell for them to begin.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So with that, Nalfian,
Cast
you.
thaumaturge on Nalfian to make 3 times louder.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
Yorick!
Nalfian, your voice booms as you hear the clomping of hooves pick up from a trot
Yeah.
to a gallop. As all of these knights begin to, you hear like hundreds, thousands of swords drawn from their scabbards. It creates a
Can
shing.
Nalfian do like the, what is it, the rearing of Twilight? It just unleash his own like sword, making it catch on fire.
Almost falling off the back.
I know, it's like, I know Twig's back there, but you better hang on.
Yeah. So with that, Nalfian, you draw the sword that catches on fire. It's very cool. You rear Twilight, your black unicorn, and you charge as all of the soldiers charge with you. So, with that, you all charge, you all move forward, ready to attack.
Oh god, I'm anxious now.
Don't be anxious.
Okay,
Anxious
never mind.
now? I've been anxious the whole time.
Well, now we're here.
Okie dokie. So let's go ahead and dive in. All of these soldiers charging with you. You guys don't have to worry about any mechanical resource drain here. I've got it covered. Okay, so let's just go ahead and dive in. So as all of you begin to charge forward, we'll go ahead and start with Nalfian. Nalfian, as you are riding majestically atop Twilight, Twig saddled behind you, you summon your ethereal echo. You summon Echo now, and you can see as you do, he is also mounted atop of a unicorn, just by pure happenstance to make this a lot easier.
Hell yeah.
So you and Echo,
Badass.
you and Old Man Nalf riding together, you both charge into the fray. You can see both of your blades dance in the synchronized harmony, slashing through these horrors in any of them that come into your path. As the numbers begin to grow, right? These creatures, these horrific monsters begin to grow. They begin to attack more frequently. There are more of them. You end up using your armor, Nalfian, sort of swinging effortlessly in a brief moment where you are, you can see a large group of creatures that you don't want to charge through on top of Twilight with Twig, so you swing off of one of these raised platforms that look to be an old dilapidated tower that has now collapsed. You swing off of it using the armor, crashing into them. And you, in these breathtaking moves, you swing around, slamming into those creatures. You take out 1, 2, 5, 9, 12, 15, as you and Echo now go back and forth, slashing, cutting away this blockade of cordyceps monsters that were in your path. Your Echo following suit, same as you descend into this cluster of myconoid creatures. Your rapiers gleam, you deliver these relentless rapid strikes as eventually Twilight catches up and you mount back with Twig. So, Nalfian, you are taking care of business to the best of your ability. Twig, we cut to you. As Nalfian is riding and sort of steering Twilight, you're doing your best to do what you can.
you can see there are these incredibly large creatures that linger off to the far edges that would be absolutely devastating to the soldiers and the cavalry. So you take your time to very carefully aim these precision shots with your crossbow, sort of either immobilizing or pinning the creatures to these broken, sunken trees. The bolts fly through and they're able to remove some of these tendrils of these like mushroom-like appendages protruding from their bodies. And Twig, using the different strands of druidic magic that you know, you can see there are these small ethereal birds that begin to fly throughout the combat. In a similar way to your magical companion that you summon to give people advantage on attacks, you can see whether it's because you're in your ancestral home, you're emboldened by the soldiers around you. Instead of one creature, it is hundreds of them. These hundreds of these birds flying through the combat. As soldiers are hit or struck, you can see a bird flies by and melds with them, healing the wound that they took. However, as Nalfian jumps off and swings and he goes to handle that horde of creatures, you can see that there is this large creature that sort of protrudes from the ground. You are knocked off of the back of Twilight in that moment. And as you sort of land in the ground, you slosh into the swamp. As you sort of begin to stand up, you can see this large creature. It raises this mighty, hefty arm and slams it down towards you. Except Twig, as the blow lands, you flinch in pain, thinking that it's going to harm you. But there's no pain. There's no nothing. And Twig, as you stand there unharmed, you can see this shimmering glow of green and yellow swirling all around your form. As eventually it begins to fade, it's just this slight trace, this sparkle, almost. Very, very, very faint. You can see there are a few knights that ride over, they pick you up, and they bring you back to Nalfian's mount, setting you back on top of Twilight. As Nalfian, you remount, and you saw what happened, Nalfian, and it seems as though your gift from the Green Lady, it has been given. She was honest to her word. So, with that, we cut from those two. Yorick, with the Heart of the Void, this glaive, it glows ominously in your grasp. My question to you before this, are you moving on foot throughout this, or are you moving on Marshall, right? Not Marshall. Lawrence. I knew it.
I know. No, he's definitely on Lawrence just to keep pace with everyone, and also Lawrence would never forgive him if he missed out on this, so.
Okay, all right, so riding atop Lawrence, you can see you move directly towards the biggest, most menacing myconoid creature you can, knowing that this monstrosity would deal unparalleled damage to the soldiers riding with you. As these two titans clash, you and this myconoid, you can see your divine energy radiates off of the Heart of the Void, and it is part of every parry and thrust and slash you do with your weapon. You can see there is just a fungal strip after cordyceps appendage that is just lopped off and regrows, just this back and forth that is almost unending. There is this moment where you just let off this mighty shout as you bring the glaive down into the creature, and you channel the magic from within the glaive, this astral and like black hole energy, along with your divine energy, to release this powerful smite, and you can see it send shockwaves throughout the battlefield. Twig, Nalfian, Eurydice, and Lila can all feel the, for lack of a better term, reverberation of the energy that emanates from him. As Yorick, you topple this creature that stood probably 15, 20 feet taller than you. The duel was intense, but the creature has been destroyed. You, on top of Lawrence, you rear back to reconvene with the party, saving a large collection of knights that would have been destroyed by this monstrosity. Okay, moving on to Eurydice. Eurydice, the Dawn Breaker. You can see as you begin to ride forth, lingering a little bit farther back, you try and get a better view of the battlefield. The Dawn Bearer shining within your grasp. you feel this magic, right? This entity that you had pledged to follow, the aspect of hate. You can see all of these creatures around here. You can see them corrupted by Morcella and this land that was once beautiful. Land that reminds you of the forest that surrounded your home back near Wheat Hill. The lands your father now pledges to protect, and you can't help but feel hatred for these creatures. So as with the Dawnbearer in your hand, you sweep with the spear, and you can see there is thousands of blades you conjure with radiant fire that descend down into the deeper ranks of these creatures. These scorching swaths to the oncoming horde that attempt to charge at your right flank. You can see the magic illuminate on this grim battlefield. The sun barely shining at all. There are these flashes of light throughout the battlefield as these blades of radiant and fire begin to explode, detonating some of these cordyceps creatures. You can see that the shadow, the darkness, was disheartening to some of the soldiers, but seeing the light, seeing the dawn still carried, even in this incredibly dark and corrupted land, it helps some of them move forward. You serve as a beacon of hope to a lot of these soldiers. So then finally, even though she's not here, we should all know what Lila is doing. Amidst the chaos, Lila especially serves as a beacon of strategy and control. You can see on top of her horse, that has a name, you can see she is drawing arrows and firing them infused with starlight, picking off key threats from the distance, just trying her best to see where any knight might be attacked, or anyone might be toppled from their horse, or making sure the siege engine stays protected. She can see off in the distance there is this large group of soldiers that are getting overwhelmed, and she, pulling out Cassius's wand, casts Wall of Force, shooting up the shimmering wall, preventing the creatures as they just fly into it and are repelled back. She shields them from that horde. Spotting injured comrades, she moves, and there is this celestial entity that she calls forth, aiding and delivering potent healing to these injured soldiers. And as some soldiers find themselves, they are riding, these are foot soldiers that were running in. There were these fungal growths that begin to grow around their legs and arms, preventing them from moving. You can see she uses a divine magic from Corellian to sort of break those growths and give them the freedom of movement to move through them. So with that, Lila eventually separates from where she was and rejoins the party. As all of you now reconvened at the forefront, at the Vanguard, you've broken through, and you continue to ride forward. You can see the rest of the soldiers beginning to spread out, and the victory has been won. It has been a decisive victory. It helps when the majority of the creatures you're fighting are brain dead, but very few losses from what you can see. This is the first of many victories, but you were given your mission. You needed to be sent forward. The thing is, as you begin to ride, you ride away from the rest of the fighting force for maybe 10, 20 minutes. And at about that point, the ground underneath your feet, the sloshing and stickiness of the swampland around you, you can tell that it is a little much for horseback, where it seems as though from this point you'll need to dismount and move on foot from here.
I'll also say as a note, just she would have casted it earlier as well, but for their whole track, Twig will just keep Pass About Trace up on them.
Okay.
To hopefully avoid any stickiness, but I know they've got the big old distraction, diverting a lot of the forces away to the actual charge of soldiers, but just to give us a little extra protection.
Okay. Very good point. Okay.
I'll keep echoing up me for the time being. And by time, I mean the whole thing.
Okay. Alrighty. So you all begin to move throughout the swamp. In terms of the mounts, do you just sort of send them back in the direction you came to reconvene with the soldiers that are back there, or what do you want to do with them?
I think that's probably the best move. I don't think leaving them like tied up here is a good idea.
Yeah,
mean-
good point.
Yeah. I was almost gonna say, what if we want to have them close by in case we need to like get out? But I was just like, yeah, let's hope that doesn't come to that. So yeah, send it back.
Okay. All right. So they served you valiantly. They helped quite a bit. If in nothing else, they made you look very cool as you have them turn around and send them back to the fighting force. As you know, if they were to move forward with you, it would not end well for them. So, in an effort to protect them, you send them back. And you begin to move. You can see in the area around you, the trees are still incredibly sickly, and the fungal growths begin to be more aggressive. Every once in a while, as you walk through the sloshing ground underneath you, you feel your foot make contact with something, and you feel this snap, this crunch. And you're not sure if it is a piece of incredibly hard fungus or if it's maybe a bone of some creature that is buried beneath the mud. There's no way of knowing as you just continue to move forward. Now, my question to all of you is, what is the marching order?
I'm assuming Nelf and York are up front.
Yeah.
Oh, I imagine keep Twig sandwich in the middle.
We could have it, Twig, and then Yuri, and then Lila.
Yeah.
Lila has really good perception, so I think having her in the back just to make sure we don't get ambushed is like a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, very cool. All of you begin to move forward. Let me double check. Let me do a cheeky little couple of rolls here. Okay. So, as all of you begin to step throughout the sinking lands around you, the corrupted forests of Hazran's Hollow, you don't notice anything initially in your first delve here. Many of you are ever present, ever watchful, beginning to move, but it seems as though there are certain creatures that, due to how long they've been here, even they can stay undetected. As all of you can see, as you stand in the middle of an island of solid-ish ground, you can see these fungal-like creatures begin to peel off of trees, rise from the mud. These creatures that were these spore-infused flowers that you had seen before, letting out these brief streaks of yellow and green. You can see they begin to shift up and move. These shambling mounds of corpses all twisted together, knotted. These corpse flowers. So I will go ahead and move all of you to battle map.
Wow.
They're kind of funny looking.
They are.
Got little nipples on them.
Yeah! Like squatty nipples.
Funguses are weird.
I'm
Fungi
glad.
is weird.
I'm glad you're laughing now. Okay.
No, I mean,
So-
I'm
no,
terrified.
no, it's okay.
Let us have a joy when we can find it.
How does that work? Is that sure? That's a up close view of it. So there are like skeletons and decomposed bodies that are twisted in the vines underneath. So with that, as all of you get here, let's go ahead and roll for initiative.
Woo! Let's do it. I'm so excited. Let's kill some bitches.
I will roll for Lila just because I've got it easily accessible here.
Thanks.
Oh, wowzers. Rough McGuffey. I'm gonna use my boots. Where are my boots?
You switch my dice.
Wow. Let's get these out of the way now.
Okay, sorry, I rolled for Lila. She got a 5 total. Don't know what that means for her. Okay, Nalthian, what was your
13.
Oh, you only rolled a 1?
Yeah, on
that's
my
tough.
D8. Not rough.
Yeah, that is. And then
That is rough.
Yuri, what'd you get?
This is insane. I got fucking 21.
All
Ooh,
right.
Spicy.
Okay, cool. So with that,
I never
as
do good on initiative.
as we move into the turn order, let me go ahead and move this over here. Bada bing, bada boom. We start up
Goddamn,
at
Twig.
the
Fuck.
top of the
Hurry
turn order.
almost?
Twig is ready. She's like, "This is my
She's
home,
ready.
bitch." And
It's hard being better than all of you, but you know, someone has to be.
God damn.
so with that, Twig, Dread Ambusher active. I like that I did something right, so it actually has the status effect on your character sheet. That's cool. Bonus damage and bonus. It even adds the movement. What the fuck? Okay, cool. That's awesome. I did
That's
something right.
crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, Twig, you're up first. You can see right in front of Yorick, there is this tiny little, it's small, it's like the size of a halfling that just sort of pops and moves out of the ground. It has this sort of cap on its head and this twisted, malformed face. And you see the rest of them. Okay, so what do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm just take my little shots. We'll start with the little microwave sprite. What is it? Sprite? Sprout.
Sprout.
That's right in front of us. I don't know how bulky these things are, so I'm gonna just roll all my shit now.
Ooh.
Well, I will roll shit now.
Okay, the first one hits. It'd be really funny that 12 would hit if it wasn't a natural one.
What? Oh my god, that's really sad.
So the first one hits. Go ahead and roll your damage. I promise you're gonna kill it in this first hit.
Okay.
It's very
Ciao.
dead. Yeah, 19 points of
Cool.
damage. It is dead as a doornail, bucko.
Okay, seeing that these things are easy to take out, may as well, and so we'll continue to, why not, the one that's down here to the south of us,
Okay.
and just carry on, I imagine, just that third attack will hit as well,
Yep, the third one will.
which, yeah, does this count as the extra? Is this then the dreaded ambush attack? Because I know it just gets 2 attacks plus that, so... Extra
Yes.
D8 damage? Doesn't even matter? It's still dead.
It's still
Probably
dead.
doesn't matter. Either way. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. yeah, these things, not hardy.
Yeah. And I've got Hunter's Mark as a thing, but that's okay. We can worry about that later. Instead, now that kind of west is clear, just spread out a little bit. But that is it.
Okay, alrighty, cool. With that, let me pop out the turn tracker here real quick, just because it's easier. With that, we move to Eurydice. Oh, and it auto-removed the Dread Ambusher stuff?
Hey.
What the fuck? That's so cool.
Let's go.
I didn't even realize
Let's
it was fucking
go.
vicious. Like, it just gives me
They're
extra
not
bit,
there,
like...
Joe.
Okay.
They're not there. We don't
Okay.
have to deal with them.
Okay. Okay. All right, what do you want to do? Let me know. Tell me. Come on.
Yes.
What do you want to do?
What I want to do.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Annoyingly, I was gonna chain lightning, and then the one I was gonna chain lightning died. So I'm
Well,
gonna
should we
cast
click off?
fireball.
Okay, Fireball.
You got a 29 initiative, fam.
Could have rolled a natural 20, Eurydice.
Okay. Wonderful.
Okay.
Yes. I want to try and fireball and just get the 2 like that are in front of us.
Okay, 20
Oh
foot.
wait, I can get the one that's all the way over there as well, can't I?
20 foot radius.
If it's 20 foot.
Uh,
Yeah.
You can
Wait,
get
no,
those.
I'll get the party. Never mind. I'll just get those two.
Okay, yeah.
So they can make some dex saves.
Okay, all right, cool. Fireball.
And I'll do 96 damage. E.
Holy shit. Okay. Really. Out for blood. Oh my god. Okay, not consume spell slot, but place a measured template.
They also can't have resistance just in case. I don't think they do, but
Well, that's good. Okay. Alrighty. So yeah, you fling out the ball of fire, and you can see it just fully enraptures the area. You can see a lot of the ground and trees. They actually don't catch on fire because of how waterlogged they are, but the creatures definitely do. Dex save from them. Oh, can I just do it like this? Bro, that's sick. Oh my god. I actually took time to fix things that were wrong in Foundry, and it's better now. That's crazy. Okay, they both failed.
oh my god.
Who'd have thought fixing things makes them better?
Not me.
Wonderful.
Plot twist.
They
What?
take 30 points of fire damage, by the way.
30 points of fire damage. Okay. Corpse flower.
Yeah.
And okay, the vine blight is
Barely.
dead.
I figured it might be.
I figured it might be. Yeah, okay. Okay, you smug son of a bitch. Okay. All right, what do you want to do?
I shouldn't have said that. I'm gonna get fucking mugged. Yeah, I'll just stay where I am. I'll just cower by Lila because there's all the
Okay.
other shit.
Okay, all right. As we move to the 20 on initiative, who's feeling lucky?
Not me.
Okay, all right.
Felt lucky
I'll
to
do
have
it.
alive.
Okay. Okay,
Ryan.
we'll have Kayla and Ryan be the two here. Ryan, I want you to roll a d6.
He said not me. Ah!
Okay, a d6. So 1, 2, 3,
That's what you said,
4,
right?
5. That's really funny. Okay, and then Kayla, I'd like you to roll a d4. That's really good, actually. Good job, Kayla. Okay,
Okay, thank you.
Eurydice, Ryan rolled a 5. Kayla rolled a 1. You can see one of these myconid sprouts pop up right next to you.
Oh fuck.
Oh, so this is the bullshit. Uh-huh.
You can see that as the myconid sprout pops up, you can see the corpse flower to the north and south of you. You can see they both begin to move and writhe, and the vines underneath them begin to sort of pound into the earth underneath them, and you can see myconids begin to sprout. Just the one, though, for now. So it will be added on the 20 of initiative. So it'll go right now. Eurydice? It's going to make a fist attack against you.
Oh,
They have
please
little
do not.
fists.
They do.
Little mushroom fists.
That's a 16 to hit.
Yes, I know this isn't scary to you, but yes, that hits. I have a 12 AC. Fam.
Oh, holy shit, that is scary.
Hit mage armor.
Yeah.
I mean, a 16 would
forget.
still hit you, but at least it's something.
Yeah.
Okay. Eurydice, you will take 4 points of bludgeoning damage and 1 point of acid damage.
Oh no.
Joe's buttering us up here.
Guys, they have 7 hit points, okay? You can handle them, all right? This they deal
fight's not
2d4.
over yet,
They
Joe.
deal 2d4 minus 1 damage, okay?
No, this is a siege. This is one of probably like 6 fucking combats, okay?
Okay.
Death of 1,000 pokes.
Okay, so it just had its turn. It is now another myconid sprites. It is going to submerge itself into the ground, and it's going to pop up right next to Lila. It's gonna make a little fist. There's this sort of fungal arm that exits, and it just sort of swings it off to the side as it goes to hit Lila with an 8 to hit, which is a miss.
Miss.
Another myconid sprout. That one is dead, actually. Now for the corpse flower. This is the one that was hit by the fireball. Do-do-do-do. Okay. corpse flower is going to move up right here, right next to Nalfian and
How's
Yorick.
it going?
Okay. Trying to think. That's an action. What is multi-attack? Makes 3 tentacle attacks. Okay. It is going to, as it gets right here, instead of attacking, what it is going to do is right next to you, Nalfian, you can see that almost like an animal that, like a cat when it has a fur ball, that sort of like heaving that it does, those full body heaves of this like blockage that it's trying to get out. You can see the corpse flower begin to heave right next to Nalfian, and as this sort of maw begins to open, these writhing tendrils, there is this entire humanoid body that is flung out of it and begins to just and begins to look towards you.
It vomits zombies?
It
What the
vomits
fuck?
zombies. It is now on the initiative directly underneath the corpse flower at a 15. I guess a 15 point.
I kind of love it.
Thanks, Wiva. Okay, at a 15.3.
You're welcome.
15.13. Okay, that is its action. It can't attack, but now, directly after that, it is the zombie's turn. Nalfian, now you're gonna get freaking slam walloped by a zombie.
Okay.
Okay, slam. It's a 7 to hit. That misses. Okay, Mike and its sprout. It is going to submerge, and it is going to pop out right next to Eurydice. Fist. Normal. That's a 10 to hit. That's a miss. Next corpse flower. It is going to move. It can only move 20 feet. It's going to move 20 feet there. It's 15 feet, so you guys are lucky there. So yeah, it's going to do the exact same thing. It is going to heave, and it is going to vomit out another zombie. This zombie will it be at 14.13. Oh, 14 point. Nope. Point 13. Okay. This zombie is going to move forward to Lila and is going to make a swing. Bop. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, now it will. That is going to be a 20 to hit for Lila.
That'll. Ooh, hang on.
Oh.
She is going to use one of the charges of the Wand of the Elementalist to cast Shield on herself.
Okay. So that will miss then. Sounds good to me. Okay.
Then let me check one quick thing. I don't think this will work, but let me check something. Oh, it is. Okay, so because... Sorry, new character. When you cast an abjuration spell first level or higher, you can use a bonus action. Oh, never mind. Can't do that as a reaction. Never mind.
Okay. All right. Sounds good to me. So from there, we move on to the...
I just went to the top of the turn order.
Fuck. Oh, we go back. Okay, zombie and Sir Nalfian. Nalfian, as we get to your turn, now that it's been near you for a little bit longer, there is this incredibly rancid stench that emerges from this corpse flower. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw at the start of your turn.
With +3.
Okay, so a 22 total. You save from the stench of death from the corpse flower, and you are immune to this effect for the next 24 hours.
Oh, cool.
Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah,
you don't have to
thanks,
make that save at the beginning of your turn for the
Nice.
next 24 hours. It is awful. You sort of pull up your, I don't know, shirt that Nalfian has to cover your nose. It is bad. Bad. Sulfur and so much else. Okay, but it is your turn now.
Alrighty. I know I'm gonna take an opportunity attack from this guy, but I'm gonna have Echo now move over here.
Okay, so the Myconid Sprout will swing. Now, Echo Nalf only has 1 hit point.
Well,
That's a 4 to
I'm
hit.
not too worried about it hitting. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay.
Rude.
And then
Rude for one.
Nalfian is going to bring out his sword.
Okay.
Yeah, bonus action. It'll
Ignition
flame.
by R. Kelly. Got it.
Yeah.
Maybe not like R.
Fighting for
Kelly.
my fucking life.
Fucking life.
Yeah. Anyway, Nalfian, yeah, ignite that.
Okay,
First
Nalfian
attack.
has a flaming sword. That hits.
Okay, and then damage. And then you said it's a D6 of fire
D6,
damage.
Yep. Jesus Christ.
Just that.
So,
Okay.
23.
And then second attack. Butt flanking damage with
16.
myself.
The 16 still hits, but yeah.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
They're pretty big. They're not very agile.
Is it a D6 of fire damage on every attack or just the first?
Every attack.
Nice.
13.
And third attack.
Okay. 17 hits. 14. Cool.
And then because I use my bonus action, I cannot use my dagger.
Correct.
Injured, huh? Okay, I'm gonna use Unleash Incarnation, however, as an ability, and have Echo now take a swing. His blade is not, however, on fire.
Correct. It looks like it is, but it does no extra damage.
Yeah, and it doesn't do extra damage. That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah. Spectral Flame. Okay, 9 points of damage. Man, Jesus Christ, dude. This is what John feels like with Rian. Just watching hit points tick down.
No, now if you didn't crit at all, so no.
Yeah. Touche.
That's a good point.
That's gonna be it for Nalfian.
Okay. Thank you, Nalfi Bobalfi. Really appreciate that. Mike and its Sprout.
You know what? I like that more than Sir Doofencockle, so I'll take that.
It will
Now be more Balfi, Cockle.
pop out right next to
Alright,
Yorick.
take it back.
Yorick's about to get fisted.
Whoa.
Never mind, he will not. That was a 9 to hit.
I was gonna say, I would love to see this Myconid try.
I love these little guys. They're doing their best.
Yorick,
Honestly.
it's your turn.
Oh.
You can see this creature just popped out of the ground, looked up at you, and just went and swung wide.
I like to imagine it just dead on hit the armor, but it was just so thick that York just didn't feel anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Looking to this corpse flower and seeing that it keeps spawning all this stuff, York wants to get rid of it. So utilizing, for the first time, 4 charges from part of the void, he is going to point his hand at it and cast Blight.
Oh, shit.
Because that's a fucking plant, and don't tell me it's not.
It is a plant.
And it needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
It's fine at those.
All right, well, let's see.
It's not good enough at those. What's the DC of the? What's the DC of the? Is it just your spell save?
Yeah, it's just my spell save.
Which is? I don't know why I asked that. I didn't. I didn't.
Oh yeah, it has disadvantage because it's a plant. So yeah, it's 16. Joe,
I wanted to see what it would
you
be.
just dim the lights in your room.
No, I didn't know. Does it look like that?
Oh, it looked like it got dim, like you
think
got
the
sad.
sun
I was
went
like,
down a little.
Oh yeah, the sun just went down behind the house next to us. No, it's like
you just went dead ass silent, and it got dark in your room. I was like, what the hell?
yeah. Well,
One
it
out
rolled.
for the Myconid.
It rolled a 14 on the first one. I rolled a disadvantage just to see, and it rolled a 20. So it failed. Is the point? So it takes.
Here's the thing: max damage because it's a plant. So that's 64 damage.
Oh, shit, that's so funny.
It's dead.
Oh, really? Fuck.
Yeah, I mean,
Which
with
means out of those,
Wait, regretting.
y'all
not
just
playing.
did. Y'all just did. What is that? What is that math right there? Almost a little bit over 150 points of damage there.
Woo! Go team!
And since York killed it, he gets 3 charges back, so it's really like he only used 1.
Nice. So
Oh,
good.
that's-
Yeah, I love this weapon so much.
That's pretty good. I was smart
Yeah.
when I made that. I really made
You
sure
were.
that players felt cool when they use their abilities.
Do I sense regret in your voice, Joe?
No. So, Yorick, anything?
No.
I'm just kidding. What, anything else, Yorick?
All right, so that thing's dead. York's gonna take 2 opportunity attacks on the Myconids, but like, oh no, he's gonna go down here. No, sorry, he'll go right here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't have you make a con
No,
save
cool.
at the start of your turn. I'm so sorry about that. I'm sure you'll succeed, but I just wanted to...
I might not, so let's see. I have really bad luck rolling saving throws at Yorick, even though he should be really good at those.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
You Joe forgot, so should you really have to do it? Huh.
Yeah, because even if the creature's dead, it would still affect him.
Alright. I'm giving you a hard time.
Oh, hang on, that's interesting.
Well, Yorick hasn't
Oh,
ended
I
his
see.
turn yet,
Okay, hang
so...
on. Okay, I mean, that's pretty good. 18.
Yeah, that's a success. Yeah.
Alright, cool. Alright, so I'll take 3 attacks of opportunity, 2 from the Myconids and 1 from the zombie, I guess.
All right. Zombie attack first, because that's the one that's most likely to hit.
Fair enough.
To 22, that's a 19 plus 3.
Ooh, that barely hits.
With a slam, you're looking at 7 points of damage. Wow, max damage.
Damn, that's 7 of my temp HP con. Whatever am I gonna do?
All right, listen here, you smug son of a bitch.
Yorick literally didn't feel that.
The Myconid rolled a 7. The other Myconid rolled a 12. Both misses.
They're trying, I respect that.
Yeah, all right.
And then, bonus action. He is going to...
That? Sorry, trouble. I mute myself, sorry.
Fine. As a bonus action, he's going to do borrow experience, so he gets a advantage on either an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, as long as he uses it by the end of his next turn.
Okay.
No,
alrighty,
before
cool.
the start of your next turn. Yeah, I'll do that. Just in case we get hit with anything weird.
Okay. All right. Cool. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Myconid Sprout will sink down and pop up. Yorick, since you just killed that corp flower, this one is going to pop up next to you. It's going to get D6 for flanking.
Wait. That's Yuri on the opposite side of me.
Never mind, it will not get a D6 for flanking.
I was like, what the fuck, Yuri?
So,
Betray me.
so that is an 18 to hit, which is a miss.
Miss.
To be fair, we said that I'd betray you at some point. Evidently.
We're all gonna betray each other eventually.
Okay, so then we've got the Vine Blight here. That is going to sink down into the water. And they're actually going to pop up underneath Eurydice. And they're going to attempt to constrict
Poor
Eurydice.
Yuri.
Hello? Joseph, what the fuck did I do to you?
You cast
You are the
Fireball.
fire one.
Yeah. Okay, that is a 20 to hit.
No.
Ooh.
I wonder.
Okay. I'm going to take that as a yes. Just kidding.
Yes, Joe.
Okay, 13 points of bludgeoning damage. And Eurydice, you are, let me find it on my list here, restrained. At the beginning of your turn, you can attempt to break the grapple. However, right now the Vine Blight is sort of grappling onto your legs and is pulling you down into the water. You can see that Eurydice is about up to her knees, in swamp and vine, and you can see the vines continue to grow and continuing to pull her down beneath the earth. Okay. Good to know. With that, it's Lila's turn.
Yo, I'm very sorry about this.
Okay.
Yeah, looking around and seeing everyone, we're not gonna draw this out. She casts Spirit Guardians and hits literally every creature that you have on the map. Because it's a 15-foot radius centered on her.
Yeah, I'm familiar with what Spirit Guardians does.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
Fucking dick. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. No, that is a very
So
good.
funny.
That is a good
you-
thing to do. Let me find
But I want to cast it. Alright, whatever. Just roll 3d8 manually.
This automation requires the following: movement listener, combat listener.
Ooh, not great damage, Lila. But those myconids are still toast, so...
Oh, that's so weird. What is going on here? Where is Spirit Guardians? I thought it was a 3rd level spell.
It is.
Spirit Guardians. Oh, it's not. There you go.
What?
Oh, I thought it would have a little thing there. Okay, all right, cool. 3d8 con saving throw, right? Wisdom
Yes.
saving throw. Wisdiomi.
Oh yeah, it is wisdom.
Okay, so for the myconids, that is just a flat roll. DC, what is her DC? 17?
It is... What kind of spell, Spirit Guardians? Conjuration. Yes, it's 17.
Okay, so fail, 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 fail for all the myconids. Splat,
Womp womp.
splat, splat, splat. For the zombie, that is also a fail. So it takes 9 points of damage. Yep. Oh, there's a 5th myconid up there. It's a fail.
Mm-hmm.
To hit. Let me go ahead and... Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. Yeah, yep. Okay, this zombie up here, sorry.
Oh
Doing a lot of
my
things.
goodness,
This
is so
zombie
great.
is
Yeah,
also
everyone came
failed.
in, I was like, it's kind of good Lila rolled low.
Okay, it failed. The corpse flower up here.
Well, it's
That is also a fail for 9 points of damage. Okay. We're going to delete some of these myconids.
Appreciate.
Remove this one over here. And Mind Blade right here. Okay. Alrighty. Sounds good to me.
And that'll be it for Lila. I don't think any of her bonus actions would be super helpful right now.
Okay. Alrighty. Sounds good. Twig, it is your turn.
Yes. First of all, she's gonna remember, and I'm gonna remember to Hunter's Mark. And we're going for Corpse Flower in the down. And then it's just gonna take 2 shots. Papa. And, well, roll badly, I guess. But that's
Okay, both of those hit the corpse flower.
cool. It doesn't even matter. Bah.
Okay, 30 points of damage. Nice.
And then an extra 2d6 from Hunter's Mark.
Damn.
Oh my god, who is
Ooh,
she?
nice.
Whoa!
12 damage?
Ready to
Twig's
take back her
motivated.
home. That's who.
Apparently. And then just gonna back off a little bit.
Okay, Eurydice, you are being grappled right now. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. Okay. What
Oh,
I'm
wait,
gonna
the Vine
do
Blight
is 'cause I
needed
don't feel
to
like I can
take
break
the-
out the grapple very well.
Damage. Okay, the Vine Blight succeeds.
Oh, yeah.
So it takes 5 damage.
Is it alive?
Yeah, it's alive. Would have been
They weren't that
nice.
squishy.
Yuri is gonna reach down and she's gonna grab the like tentacles grabbing at her legs or whatever these things are, the vines. And she's gonna cast Inflict Wounds because I don't
Nice.
feel like I can grapple my way out. I don't have good strength at all.
All right.
It's a +9 to hit, so don't open the eBay.
Sure. Yeah. Roll to see if you get a
Um,
natural one, because I think otherwise it's gonna.
I was about to say, I don't think these things have the greatest armor class.
Yeah. +9.
It
That's
was an 18.
yeah. That's gonna hit. It's pretty cool.
Oh wow! Who would have thought? It's 3d10, so hold on. Yeah, it's 18 points of damage.
Okay.
I don't know if that's helpful.
Wow. Look at that. It's dead.
Is it like?
Yeah, as you go, you can see the face just barely sticking out of the mud and earth. As you just grab your hand and sink your fingers into its face, there's this discharge of necrotic energy as it just detonates in the creature's head as the vines loosen and sink into the mud. As now all that is left is 2 zombies and a corpse flower. Crazy. Okay.
Yuri looks most mad that she had to waste her time killing that thing rather than like killing the big things. She just looks like mildly peeved.
So Eurydice, you kind of pull yourself out of the mud and swamp a bit as you stand up on your own 2 feet outside of the creature grappling you. 20th of the initiative. There's still a corpse flower alive. So who wants to roll a d6? All right, thank you, Ryan, for being a champ.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Let's see who it's fallen on. 2, 3.
Yuri, are you still not wearing socks? Or shoes?
Swamp feet. He's gonna get trench foot.
Oh, no.
And then let's okay.
Hey, anyone else could have volunteered. No one
What's wrong with
did.
you?
All right, and
You
then
could
you
have rolled.
since this is your roll, River, roll a d6 for me this time.
You don't have to roll high.
Bullshit.
Please roll another 5.
No.
Roll a d6. Okay. It's a 5!
Ah! Vindicated.
Okie
I'm
dokie.
absolved of all crimes.
Shit.
Okay, so you've rolled a d6. There are now going to be. Oh, what? It's going over there. 5 myconid sprouts.
God damn it.
Also, Ryan, yeah, Yuri hasn't been wearing shoes or socks the entire fucking campaign.
Yeah, I
Trench
know.
foot.
She
It's
just
why we bring it
doesn't.
up whenever it's disgusting that you're doing
I know.
that. Like going through the lair of the consumer,
what-
gross. Going through this, gross.
I know.
Going through the
I
dead god's
know.
frontal lobe, gross.
Alright,
Or
yours
like
doesn't wear
one
shoes
section
either.
of-
Okay, but
Perfect
isn't
answer.
Spirit Guardian still active?
Yep, I was about to bring that up. That they just spawned in Spirit Guardians.
Wisdom saving throws, DC 17.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
Fail. That's a natural 20! One lived!
Hey!
So-
Hustle top.
Grab it.
So,
We should let it live.
9,
No one kill it.
4,
Send it. We'll send it back
Fail.
to its brethren to send a message.
fail, fail. Okay, all right. There's 1.
Lila's really racking up the kill count this session.
Yeah. Woo!
Lucy's gonna be so proud of me.
So this one, it takes its turn right after. There's going to be a fist attack at Eurydice. That's a natural 1. Cool. The dead corpse flower,
Poor
which
things.
sounds like an oxymoron, and zombie. Nalfian, you got a slam coming your way.
Alright.
It's an 8 to hit, which is a miss. We're going to move on from that embarrassment. We then move on to the corpse flower.
Does it take the damage again if it ends its turn in
Oh,
Spirit Guardians?
yes, it does.
Or starts its turn there?
Starts its turn? Well, I think it's
That's what it says.
initially.
Enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there.
Does it say when they take the damage again? Because I know sometimes there's different wording. Um,
An affected creature's speed is halved in the area, and when the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there.
wow.
That's all it says about when it takes the damage again.
Okay, so yeah, it'll take the damage again. Wisdom save. Fail. Minus 9 points of damage. Okay, zombie's not looking good. Corpse Flower will also do the same thing. It's a fail. 9 points of damage. Okay. So it is going to move forward. And it is going to go ahead and make 3 tentacle attacks at you, Yorick. Okay. Oh, that's pretty good. That's a 22 to hit. First
That's a
one.
hit again.
Second one is a 8.
It's definitely a miss.
Third tentacle attack is a 16, which is a miss.
Mm-hmm.
Damage-wise, you are looking at 20 points of damage total. 4 of that is bludgeoning, 14 is acid.
Okay.
Oh, then plus its modifier, so 20 total.
Alright, Yorick has lost his temp HP.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Zombie. The zombie's going to hit Lila. After it takes damage from
No.
Spirit Guardians. It takes half.
True.
Minus 4. Okay, it's at 9. Slam against Lila. Bop. 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 Okay, 18 to hit.
She's going to use another charge to cast shield.
Okay, she uses another charge to cast shield. It misses. Now, Fian, it is your turn.
Okay. Now Fian is going to take an attack of opportunity from that zombie. Oh, I guess it was near death. Oh, I should probably kill it before I leave. Or try to.
I mean,
so
Spirit
yes.
Guardians will probably finish it off, but whatever you want to do.
Alright, cool. So now Fian will come down here.
That's cocked.
I'll take the attack of opportunity.
Okay, it's a 19 to hit.
That hits.
And then that'll be 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Cool. So yeah, now Fian will attack this one.
Okay.
Up. Oh, unfortunate.
That hits.
Okay. That plus this.
Okay, 17, 20 points of damage.
Okay, third attack.
That hits.
Boop. Plus boop.
Okay, 17. No, 15. Whew. Okay, it's
And then
looking
I
rough.
will go ahead and bonus action use my dagger.
Dagor. Okay,
What?
Dagor. That hits.
Boop. My dagger is not on fire.
Got it. Okay, 12 points of damage, though. Nothing shabby. As creature is still looking really rough.
That's my turn.
Okie dokie.
Too bad I didn't get that first hit. That's awkward.
Okie
That's it.
dokie. All right, cool. We move on from Nalfian to Yorick.
I mean, I feel really bad, but I have to kill it, right?
Nah, don't feel bad.
Okay.
It is what it is.
Alright, Yorick is going to swing. No, do not use a charge.
Okay. 17
17 points
of
of damage.
still in there.
Oh, it's still up. Damn.
Mhm.
Okay. Hopefully this will do it.
Oh!
Rough.
Oh, that's
sucks,
funny.
doesn't it?
That it does. That's really funny though. That's really funny.
Nalfian and Yorick, the
I-
creature's just moving too much for you guys to be able to hit it every time.
I guess Lila's just gonna kill it, so
Only makes
Uh,
sense.
and then Yorick's gonna bonus action do Reap Life to heal 2d8.
Okay, sounds good. Mind Blade is dead. Lila, it's her turn. Wow.
Okay. Lila does not get disadvantage if she attacks while someone's within 5 feet of her with
Correct.
her bow, right? I remember Felicity mentioning that.
Yep.
So she will shoot at the corpse flower.
Okay.
Lila. Bow. Do not use charge. All right.
That's going to hit. 8 points of damage is enough.
That enough.
There we go. Woo!
Got it, guys.
So with
I
that,
was a fucking queen this game.
She
has-
has so many fucking kills.
holy shit. Okay, all right. So
I
Lila
know, it's really funny.
kills the corpse flower. We move up to the top of the turn order with Twig.
Yes. I am. Okay. I am going to take a first attack at that zombie at the top.
16 hits.
Actually, yeah, cool. And then is it still up?
It is dead.
Cool. And then she's gonna move her hunter's mark onto the zombie that's like with the party,
Mm-hmm.
and then take a second shot. Chow.
That hits.
Oh, really?
Yeah, zombie has an
Well,
armor
basically
class
said
of
if we don't
8.
roll in that one.
They have an 8
I know,
for
right?
AC.
Womp.
14 damage.
14 damage. It is dead.
Sick. Pew.
So you're ready to see.
Oof, now we gotta take care of the mic.
Anything else, Twig?
That is all.
Okay, Eurydice, it is your turn. There's only one creature left. One small, badly injured Myconid.
This poor little guy. Eurydice's just gonna try grab his face and cast Inflict Wounds.
This poor little guy proceeds to describe the most gruesome way in which you can kill him.
So that's a 21 to hit.
It hits, he's dead. Okay, roll your damage. Minus 132 points of damage. Got it, he's dead. Okay.
It's like 17 points. She just fully grabs him by the face and then just like necrotic damage into his face. And then it's like, okay, I think
Yeah.
he's done.
Yeah,
Push them
the
over.
Myconid begins to rot from the inside as you grab and squeeze, as it just, the life is drained out of it. And with that, everything comes to a standstill. As most of you escape unharmed, if maybe slightly injured, but for the most part, all of you are looking no worse from when you first joined. And in that moment, you think to yourself, is this really the best that Morcella has to offer? One of the 13 Forsaken. You leave this fight feeling confident about your abilities.
No, I'm not thinking that.
Hey, if Joe says it's how we feel, that's how we feel. He's God.
Some of you might
Active Joseph.
be beginning to lean into confidence, or at least a hope that you have a better chance than you thought of initially. And on that note, we're going to go ahead and take a break. And we'll be back at 10 minutes. So we'll go 24, hour, whatever, 24. All right. Thanks for watching so far. And we'll be right back.
These scars long have yearned for your tender caress, to bind our fortunes. Damn what the stars own. Rend my heart open, then your love profess. A winding, weaving fate to which we both atone. You flee, my dream come the morning. Your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted, stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep. The wolf I will follow into the storm, to find your heart, its passion displaced by our ever-growing, hardening into stone. Amidst the cold, to hold you in a heated embrace. You flee, my dream come the morning. Your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted, stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep. I know not if fate would have us live as one, or if by love's blind chance we've been bound. The wish I whispered when it all began, did it forge a love you might never have found? You flee, my dream come the morning. Your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted, stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep. with the keeping on the veil. The lad will lay work and the lass will learn. The lad will lay work and the lass will learn. The lies are long in thy blood, bonny and more. Thou hindrest thy mother at later.
everybody, we are back. So due to some complications, some things that came up, we're going to go ahead and call the session here. And because of some other things that have come up in our calendar books, in our lexicon of life events, we will not be playing on the 7th or potentially the 14th. There will be more updates for those then. Thanks for watching so far, though. And we will be back on Tuesday for Salamander Coast, Wednesday for the Tales of Everin. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.